Hi class, I'm Michaela Clavier and I'm giving you a persuasive speech today about why communication is good in relationships. Well, first of all, communication is important in a relationship because it keeps the relationship healthy and it allows you to know what the other person's feelings. So like feelings with your emotional state or reaction to your partner or your parents or your siblings or relationships with anybody, honestly, we go on looks, and like some people look the way they're feeling. So whether they're sad, like people will have not necessarily like a sad pouty face, but they'll have just an expression on their face where you can tell what they're feeling. Or like if they're happy, people are smiling, or if they're angry, like people are frowning. And just like the communication with like, hey, are you upset? Like, what can we talk about for you to get your feelings out so I can know what page you're on, and it makes less conflict with the other person. So conflict being like fights. If you know that your partner or whoever you're having a relationship with, like siblings relationships, friends relationships, if one of them is mad at you and you know that they're mad at you, and it's like, hey, can we talk about this? Like, did I do anything to offend you? Did I do anything to like make you upset? Or like, hey, can we talk about this real quick so we can resolve our problem that's going on? And it's very strong. Like if you're talking to your partner, you don't want your partner to be mad at you for something that could be so minuscule or something that's big and they're keeping it inside, because that's what a lot of people do. And another way to like find your love language with somebody. So like your affection, your love language, it can be touching, it can be talking, it can be like looking, it can be anything. So like just like a physical touch to a person could be your way of communication. Like a communication doesn't always have to be talking. And like just to let the person know that you're there for them always is a good thing to do for that person. And so with that is trust. Like you want to be able to trust your partner. Trust is big with communication because people tell you what they're used to, and they tell you what, like, if you start a relationship, you know the foundation of that person, hopefully, before you start that relationship. So people will tell you, like, oh, hey, like, I've been through this. Like, they trust you enough to let you in and know what they're thinking and to let you be there for them. They open themselves up for you, and that makes them vulnerable. So trust and vulnerability like is good in a relationship because it makes a strong, healthy relationship if both parties listen to the other person. Because if you don't listen to your partner, they could be thinking one thing your whole relationship if you've never gone over it, and you finally combust because you're so frustrated with it, and they're like, wow, well, I didn't even know that was possible, or I didn't know you felt that way for so long. So communication's good on that way. And like trust works both ways. Like you tell me something, I'll tell you something. Like just have a day to like open up, and it doesn't even have to be relationships. Your parents, parent-child trust relationships, that's your parents are the ones that are there for you and that can care for you. And your relationships, if you have parents, can be the strongest relationships that you can have with any other human person. And your friends, it's good for you to trust your friends because say you go out one night with your friends, and you should be able to fall back and trust your friends. And communication is important in relationships because it keeps the relationship healthy. It allows your partner to know what you're feeling, but also you need to be able to talk with your partner openly and be a good listener. Being a good listener is one of the main important things about communication. Healthy relationship makes sentimental relationships simpler, better, and more charming for the two partners included. So when you have everything you need to make a successful relationship. You got to think, do I have the right feelings towards this person? Like, I don't want to be friends or date or someone that I'm always constantly mad at. Like, you have to know the feelings inside are genuine and great. And your fights, you got to realize, like, is our relationship bigger than this fight? You have to communicate that through. Or like your affection, like, is our only communication in the relationship touching, hugging, like anything, if it's intimate or not intimate. And then trust. Trust is honestly the biggest communication barrier between any relationship. Affectionate, intimate, loving, hating. Trust is how you get through relationships, because you're not going to have a strong relationship with anybody who you don't trust. It's going to be a mediocre relationship. Like, oh yeah, I talk to them sometimes. Or, oh yeah, they're my friends sometimes. Like, that's how it's going to go if you don't have trust. So a sentimental relationship is a better relationship. And that comes with trust, communication. Communication is everything that you need to build trust and affection. And it closes fights and it opens the experience to new feelings. Thanks so much for listening and have a great day.